It's Michael in the kitchen. I'm prepping one of my favorite dishes. The Redhead taught me how to cook it. I am not a chef by any stretch of the imagination, but I know a few things, and I can cook a good meal if I need to. I'm going to show you a couple of the things that I do to cook this delicious pork chop dish. It's pork chop actually and broccoli. And the prep for the broccoli was pretty easy. And the first thing you have to know about prep is you have to be, in the mood to cook. You just can't conjure up this motivation. And so I'm drinking Malbec tonight. This is, cheers everybody. And my dad, we have the fancy long stem wine glasses, but my dad used to drink out of even fruit juice, fruit glasses, the canning jars. Just these tiny like orange juice glasses my dad did. And, if he could do it, it's good enough for me. So cheers, everybody. Now, the broccoli's been in a baggie overnight with some good quality olive oil. This is, we buy from Trader Joe's, mostly because if you're getting it at Trader Joe's or a good purveyor, someone that's looking after your health a little bit, you're not going to get junk oils. You're not going to get the additives that you might get from a lesser retailer. I don't get anything for telling you we like Trader Joe's. It's just that it's a good standard for us, and so that's where the imported olive oil comes from. So it's the Trader Joe's brand is what I'm trying to tell you. And then sea salt, which comes in this little guy here. So it's like Himalayan sea salt. And we just put that all in a baggie with the olive oil and seal up the bag tight, put it on a plate so it doesn't leak in the fridge, pop it into the fridge, and it marinates overnight. The salt and the olive oil work its way into the broccoli and soften it, break it down a little bit, and then a quick aluminum foil in a sheet pan. I'm using the convection oven tonight because I want to cook it faster. So we have a convection oven down below. It's a much higher temperature. And we're gonna pop them in at 400 degrees for, it'll be about half an hour. Always best to check before you think they're done, because it's better to know that they're undercooked before it's too late and they're overcooked. You can always leave it in for another 5 minutes if you need to. And then as that's cooking, what you can do is prep, because you got to start the broccoli before you start the pork chops. The broccoli will take longer. So it's a little bit of a timing issue sometimes when we're putting these dishes together. While I did this a little bit earlier, but I could have done it right now as I spoke with you, I just chopped some red onion. All I did was halve it. I'm the only one eating here tonight, so I halved it. I don't need a full onion. I might use the full onion normally. And then just put it into chunks like this. And this will break up. You can see this will break up in the heat in the pan with when I cook the chops. With the garlic, the cloves, I did not peel the cloves off. That paper film that covers them. I just smashed it with the flat of the knife. It used to bug me when I had that little paper filmy thing in my mouth, and then you got to go retrieve it sometimes from your mouth, and it's sloppy. But that's how the professionals do it, man. That's how the Italians do it. So don't worry about it too much. Again, when in the cooking process, the essence of the garlic leaves the garlic cloves, and it enters the pork chop in a nice way, so it's beautiful. So this is simply red onion, cubed up, not too tiny, chunked up I should say, and the garlic, which has been smashed a little bit with the flat of the knife. And that's waiting for us now. I'll put that in the pan with the pork chops when we're ready to go. Meanwhile, more Malbec.